Oi oi. I ain't happy. Fuck me. So, those that know, I can't remember what day it is or anything now, but it's basically a Friday and it's fucking pissing down all day. And the only reason I'm here is because of my mate Shane wanted a guestie. Normally I'd have said fuck that and I'd be on the sofa now, nice and dry, but I'm not. Two lots of clothes trashed, just trying to set up. Yeah, fucking nightmare. Moan. But yeah, normally I wouldn't be here, trust me. Fuck this. Don't mind when I'm here, but setting up in it, nah, ain't the one. But anyway, I'm on Unity, I'm in a car park swim, mainly because it was as close as I could get. Yeah, sensible setting up, I should say. Got a wet arse, even though I have waterproofs on, fucking trashed. But anyway, we're sorted. The rods are out. There's a bit of bait gone out. We've got a little stove ticking over just down there. Just try and get some sort of drying out going on, which ain't gonna happen, I don't think. But yeah. Anyway, Steve's on. He's had one as well. He had a 28, I think, this morning. So yeah, fair play. He's not had a wasted fucking journey. But he was here yesterday, and yeah, it was basically water all sunshine. So kind of wish I'd come yesterday, really, but hindsight, innit, eh? Anyway, I ain't gonna ramble on because I can't be arsed, and I need to get dried out and sorted out before it gets dark. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I will catch up with you later. And finally, the rain abated. Abated, fucked off, whichever. Yeah, it's been pretty relentless today. I don't think I've ever set up in worse conditions, to be honest. But luckily the old van's not a million miles away, so it weren't too bad. Didn't even use the barrow, just got the bivvy up, then come back with bits and bobs until everything was sorted, basically. But it's pretty cool, doesn't it? The old video in this time of night, it just seems to grab light from wherever it can get it. Fucking hell, somebody else turning up. So yeah, the rain has stopped for a little while now, which is nice. It's just there. It's supposed to still be raining, but it's not, so I ain't complaining. And basically between me, I'm in a car park, like I said earlier. Shane's in Noddy's, Steve's in the Oaks. And yeah, it seems to be a few fish between me and Shane. Keep hearing them lumping out. I say keep hearing them, probably heard about half a dozen now. And Stevie had one this morning, that 28 mirror, which was a nice fish. I'll see if I can get some footage. It's always good to see fish on the old vlog. But anyway, it's that time of the clock. I managed to get a couple of sausage sarnies in earlier on. I'll spark up a couple of cans of cider. And yeah, get the old darts on the iPad, I think. But yeah, let's just hope that rain stays away for now, because everything I own is fucking soaked, apart from what I'm wearing. And it's starting again. Fuck. Well, I just spotted a load more bait, so I've done it in the nick of time. Anyway, till later. Morning. Well, I'm glad to say that today is a total opposite of yesterday. It's not raining. Happy days. Yeah, I think most of the country knows how much of a battering it had yesterday. Fucking hell. Yeah, proper deluge of rain. But fishing front, very quiet. Yeah, between me, Steve and Shane actually. I've seen a few though. Yeah, sort of spread far and wide really. Nothing sort of in the same area. Yeah, and a mate of mine tipped me off with a spot in front of there, but I've had a lead up and it ain't really no different from what I'm fishing on. Just wide open area of gravel really. yeah, so I'm going to stick to my guns for now. Just refreshed, a bit more bait out there. Yeah, everybody's of the same mind, I think, on there. Yeah, Stevie's had a bit of spotting out. Shane had a spot out, and I was like, oh well, I suppose I better join the cavalry. You know what I mean? I am reluctant though sometimes, but there's a lot of fish in here, so yeah. But I'm enjoying it, even though I got fucking soaked wet through yesterday. Again, another new lake. I've fished it before, but only once. Yeah, back in June we done a couple of nights on here and only had tents, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just nice to be somewhere different. Again, like I said, when I done Yeomans, it just, you know, changes as good as the rest, isn't it? So yeah, but it's very shallow pit. So it's different from what I'm used to, you know. You're not getting any drops. You just, you know, I don't know what it is, but it ain't very deep. I reckon 4 or 5 foot at the very most. I doubt it's even that, because the water level is proper down at the moment. But after yesterday, it's steadily rising. I reckon we've had about 5 inches come up, which is a lot, in it, for a day. But anyway, yeah, this afternoon, a bit of a social curry with Shane before it gets dark. So yeah, bought all the trimmings for the for a chicken curry on the cob, so that'll be nice. Bit of a soch, a few beers. Steve won't be here. He'll be off today, I think. Yeah, he is off today. He does Thursday, Friday. So, but yeah, he's had one. So that was yesterday morning, as I said. So yeah, let's see what the day brings, I suppose. But yeah, again, I ain't going to ramble, because if it's another blank, then it's going to be a very boring blog. But I will put a bit of footage up of Steve's, like I said. Yeah, why not? It's about sharing and all that, isn't it? Anyway, hopefully you see him later appearing over the top of a carp. You never know. Catch in a bit. Well, I'm just coming up to about 2:30. And yeah, unfortunately, still quiet. Bit of an eventful morning. Old Stevie packed up and come round to have a brew before we went. Anyway, gone to park up, and then he thought the clutch was gone. Oh, fucking hell, nightmare. Anyway, I had the foresight of thinking it was probably the selector cables and the gearbox. Because he said he just can't get out a second, and I'm like, right, pop the bonnet. Anyway, sure enough, the old the old coupling had come off the nipple on top of the gearbox, with a little bit of jiggery pokery and a couple of zip ties courtesy of Colin. We managed to sort it, so he's now limping back to Calne. So yeah, could have been a lot worse. But yeah, they're still showing fish randomly, mostly in sort of no man's land, which is basically out in front of me, but out of my zone, if you like. I've got no doubt somebody will rock up where Steve was, in the Oaks or the Saddle maybe. Somebody else turned up on a dance floor, which is just off to my left behind that tree. So yeah, as it stands, there was 5 of us, 6 of us, and now there's 5. So yeah, Shane's had nothing. Don't think matey round to my left's had anything, and I ain't seen matey in the dance floor have anything. So we're all struggling at the minute. But yeah, I've got a nice curry to look forward to soon. I should be getting that started in about an hour or so. Yeah, and a bit of sauce for Shane, bottle of wine, curry, happy fucking days, and then darts on the iPad later. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, ain't gonna ramble. There's not much to say. Weather's pretty dreary, although it's not raining, so that's something. Come on, the carp. Look at this little bad boy. Hold on. Oh, it's fucking dark when I do that. Oh yes. Homemade red hot chicken curry from scratch. That me and Shane are gonna devour very shortly. After a few cheeky ciders and a bottle of wine. Happy days. Right out then. First fish from Unity. Finally. Bang on 25. Yeah, it's about 11:15 PM, obviously. Yeah, they've been proper showing. And this is the first bite. Over a lot of bait, to be fair. A pretty fish as well, man. Very nice fish. Look at me, nice little stumpy one with a big tail. Alright, alright. I'll try. Yeah, man, happy with that. Excuse the chicken leg sticking out the bottom. Oh, proper nice fish. Happy days. Oh, let's get you back, mate. Come on. Morning. Wow, as you seen last night, by the dubious footage of that fish. Yeah, I really need to work on my placement of camera and stuff like that. Well, I use my phone for everything. Just find it easier than messing around with multiple bits of equipment, you know. But yeah, as you've seen, finally broke my duck on Unity. I say finally, I've only ever done 2 nights previous to this, so yeah. I was amazed that more has not come out, if I'm honest. They've been proper active. More so sort of this side, where I am in the car park, and like towards Noddies, sort of just off the back of that wind. But yeah, the wind changed sort of yesterday evening when we were having a curry. Sorry, I dropped that shot a bit there, and I need to get towards for the trade, don't I? Right, that's better. Not that you need to see me really, but yeah. So yeah, the wind switched last night whilst we were having that curry. Me and Shane had a curry I made from scratch, bottle of wine, couple of ciders, you know. Yeah, and it swung around, and I was like, I wonder if them fucking fish are moving with it, you know. Don't know if he did or not, but it was definitely a lot of activity. I was amazed I only had one run. I was quite edgy after that, thinking, right, and I can still hear him. But I ain't complaining. Like I said, £25 mirror, nice fish as well, real nice fish. Yeah, on the what do I have that on? I don't know if it was orange or yellow. Halftone, DNA halftone wafters. So yeah, I committed the cardinal sin. Switched hook baits now. I'm joking, but you got to use what you got to use, innit? And I know DNA's definitely I'd say predominant, but there's a lot of people on the DNA baits, and it does seem to do a lot of fish. You know, there's little smaller dumbbell barrels, little wafters, and they're nice. On the present nice, don't they? Smaller baits. So yeah, thought, you know what? Let's have a change. So yeah. But it did come over the usual spod mix, pellet, a little bit of hemp and buckwheat, not a lot though. Crushed boilie, both monkey shit, and the fish meal, and then a pellet. I did have a little bit of 8mm trouties, so more higher oil, just to see really whether I was getting any flat spots, you know what I mean, because obviously they break down, yeah, and they leak off, but I just wanted to know whether, you know, because I mean, in my opinion, yeah, at the minute, fucking words out, it's because I had coffee. That's what it is. Hold on. Cut. Oh, that's what I need. What was I saying? Yeah, in my opinion, the water's not cold enough. Not that cold yet. I mean, you know, you wouldn't want to dangle your nuts in it, but not that you would anyway, unless you've been on a bank for a week, I suppose. But yeah, I don't think it's that cold yet. But next week's all changing it. Weather's supposed to be taking a turn for the better, in my opinion. I prefer it crisp and cold. As long as you get off of them winds, I think you'll be all right. But yeah, no more fish. Shane's not had anything I'm aware of. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if anybody else has caught or not. I'll try and find out on the way back round when I pack up. But yeah, so as I'm aware at the minute, Steve had one opposite from the Oaks, 28, and then I had that 25 mirror, so happy days. Yeah, so I'm gonna round it down now, close it down, there you go. Not with it this morning, might something to do that wine, you know what I mean, but yeah, got a bit to do today, got a couple of private jobs I need to go and attend to, yeah, so get that squared away, and yeah, I can see this on air being, I don't know, it just appears, you know, to me it feels like it'd be a decent winter water, as long as it don't flood, obviously. It's shallow, which is weird, you know, you're not getting any drops. Yeah, when it's a surface, it's down, it's done, you know, so it's a shame really. I'd like to chuck a marker around, but perhaps I will if I get up here and it's quiet, you know, just to give you an idea, but it can't be any more than, fucking hell, 5 foot, I reckon, at the most, if that. I mean, you know, usually in, you know, sort of 3, 4 foot of water you can get a drop, but yeah, not even feeding that. But I am going back on the mono, so whether that's made a difference or not, I don't know. But anyway, I ain't gonna ramble. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna get my shit stowed. I've got a lot to dry out. My waterproof's been hanging in that tree over there since they got a drill in Friday, and they're probably just as wet still. And we did have a little burst of rain just now. It's like, fuck's sake, because the bivvy was dry. Typical, isn't it? Anyway, rambling. Yeah, let's have a little go on Unity, maybe here and Gaunts, maybe all three. But I have had fish out of all 3 lakes now, so happy days. Anyway, till next time. Fucker. Up, start of the day. Off to Linear Fisheries, Syndicate, sunny old Brafford Haven. The joys this time of year, eh? Catch you in a bit. Oi oi, lovely bit of sunshine. Currently stood in Oaks on Unity, and I cannot believe there's not a single person up here on anywhere on the Syndicate, not one vehicle. So the fact that I can put the van there to unload and then obviously move up to the car park, I think it's rude not to, because every time you come up here it's just stitched. Yeah, good swim. Yeah, and I get a nice bit of sunshine, so I think it's got to be done. I was going to go Gaunts, but I thought, you know what, let's make the most of it while I can, you know. I haven't seen nothing as yet. Not surprising though, because it's been fucking cold after that deluge of rain we had last weekend. But yeah, complete contrast to what it was last Friday. Absolutely stunning, quiet, fucking lovely. Robin's in the background, whistling away, or singing away. Lovely jubbly. Let's give it a go, eh? Well done. We're now set up and angling. The old darts in the background, usual. Player Championship finals in Minehead. One day I will make it. That's the goal anyway. Check this out. It's unlike me, isn't it? I'm roughing it. The old pot noodle. Yeah, I knew it'd be a bit of a race against time. So I thought, well, I had nothing yet today, so cheeky pot noodle will be just a job, won't it? This afternoon. And I got a choice of stir fry or cowboy beans with bacon and black pudding later on, so see how I feel on it. Some toasted tea cakes as well, and some butter. I can check me out. So I've made up for the pot noodle. So yeah, anyway, yeah, found some nice areas out in front. Gone against the grain of what I normally do, really. So I noticed last week over in the old car park swimming, sort of quite choddy. You know, basically what you're seeing in the margin, there's no different out there. Maybe, you know, sort of more polished off areas, but let's turn this down a little bit. Ban it at 180. There we go. So yeah, So yeah, I've got spotted, like, I clipped up at 21. You know, kept leading about, so I knew there was an area sort of between Noddies, which is to my left, and a swing called Pufters to my right, so bang in the middle really. I knew there was an area. I don't remember how I know there was an area, but I've obviously seen something on a vlog somewhere. Yeah, so I clipped up at 21 just to give me, you know, a bit of range to work with, and then come back from there. Yeah, and I found a nice sort of gravelly area. It's 19.2, 9 wraps 2 foot. So yeah, so I've dispatched one out there on the old Turbo German, little glugged 16mm hard hooker. Then I sort of found the edge of it basically. Well, I didn't find the edge of it. The further I went over, it was starting a little bit choddy. So I've gone out there with a chod rig on a pink sea monster, I think it is. The pink sea monster. I can't remember what I put on it now, but it's pink. Yeah, and then I spotted a load of sort of 16s and 18mm over the top. Not loads, but you know, the old baby spawn not used before. Yeah, the water is fucking cold, obviously. Yeah, we just had a couple of nights of proper cold weather, so sort of down to -7, I think, in some places, which is bonkers, isn't it? So yeah, I'd like to say I went in here because seen fish, but I haven't seen fish anywhere, to be honest. Not definite. I think it's probably a cormorant. I see one earlier on, and I was like, I think that was a cormorant. Just seen the ass end of it. So, and usually they're quite, they clatter out quite a lot on there, from what I've seen. So it's not subtle when you do see one or hear one. Anyway, where's I going with this? I digress. Yeah, so that's those 2 rods. And then the left hand rod, sort of towards Noddies. It's, what was that, 13 wraps 10. Again, quite a bit of weed towards that way. So I've just, again, come out of the choddy shit into less choddy shit, should we say. And I chucked the white chod out there. Yeah, just something different really. I don't fish chods for donkeys, not properly. But yeah, it just makes sense. I mean, a lot of that dying weed now on the deck, you know, there's just like little clumps everywhere. And if you're not too sure, then why not give it a go, innit? So yeah, again, a few spoms of 16s and 18s over the top. Basically, I plugged them up yesterday with hydroslate. Obviously, no oils and that. Yeah, and then just sprinkled a bit of ground bait over the top, just, you know, just making that a little bit more attractive. That's the plan anyway. I mean, the chods might come off tomorrow if they don't work, but in my head it was like, yeah, quite like the look of that, but we'll see. It presents nice, makes sense really over the crap that's on the bottom out there. But anyway, I'm going to kick back. I'm going to enjoy my pot noodle. Got a few cans of the old gold for tonight, and I've got a bottle of wine as well, so either or will be coming out tonight. But one thing I have remembered to bring in this session, where fucking how did I put it? Really? Oh yeah, it's in there, isn't it? I got the old I don't know, 3 foot long, whatever it is, Ridge Monkey hot water bottle. So that'll be going in the bag later on, accompanied with the bottle of wine if I decide to have it. Yeah, another good thing about having a water bottle is you can keep your wine warm. Well, not after it's been opened, but I don't plan on opening it and not finishing it, put it that way. Old ski techs are out. Got my job first time this year. Yeah, as I said, water wall sunshine. I could spin you around a bit actually, give you a little because you're on a stand this week. Well, not a stand, a pole. With the old phone thing. I expect that's all pissed up, but you get the idea. Nice bit of sunshine. Yeah, and the beauty of this swim is you can literally unload behind the swim, get your shit sorted, move the van. Happy days. Does look pucker though, doesn't it? Pretty flat, but that's alright. We don't mind that after last week. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. Eat my poodle poodle. What was I? Poodle noodle a la pot. Fucking hell. Anyway, and I've not even had a drink yet. Alright, we'll catch up with you later, fucker. Morning. Well, you haven't seen me before. You know the drill by now. Yeah, very, very, very quiet and chilly, needless to say. So yeah, we've got a southwesterly, which has made it a little bit warmer. So you're only talking like 5 or 6 degrees, nothing to get too excited about. But yeah, it's brought a bit of rain with it. So, but it's not in my door, which is good. So sort of right to left at the minute. I'll spin you around for a look. Yeah, so it's just coming up 10 o'clock, and yeah, we've not even heard a fish, let alone seen one. So very quiet. A few more people turned up last night. Yeah, maybe should have gone car park where I was last week. There's noise on the back of the wind there. But although saying that, I've not seen any activity that way either. So don't know. I'll say last week there was loads of activity, a lot of fish crashing between sort of yeah, noddies and car park where I was. Countless shows, you know, countless shows all over the place, to be honest, but most of it seemed to be on the back of the wind. But it's due to change, this wind. I'm not sure when. I don't think the old weather forecasters even know when, but we shall see. Excuse me. But yeah, very, very quiet. I've got to wander up to the van in a bit. Forgot to fill my fucking water bottle up, so yeah, we'll just get a replen then, refresh. In fact, I might do it in a minute because that range just stopped. So anyway, I ain't gonna ramble on, but I had a nice stir fry last night. A few cans of cider, although it was a bit cold for them, to be fair. So it'll be a bottle of wine tonight. Yeah, the old darts on the iPad down at Minehead, so keeps me going. That's on this afternoon, so I should be watching that. Yeah, and that is it really at the minute. But there's always chance to nick one. I know that now up here. Just don't seem to be any real set pattern of bite times on any of the lakes or fish really. Yeah, I suppose due to the number of fish up here, it's any time, you know. Anyway, I had a good kip, so can't complain at that, can you? Or we should, yeah, I should check in again later on. Come on, just one to do. Nick and Dave's line now. Catch you. Sure you recognise that sound? Yeah. Well, we had a nice break in it earlier on, so trot back to the van to get some more water. Yeah, changed slightly. Gone a little bit further on my 19 plus wraps spot. Yeah, a little bit, it's not weeded up, but yeah, wasn't clean when I brought it back. Yeah, and I know I found grab out there yesterday, but I just thought maybe I'm hitting the clip a bit hard on the mono and you're getting that little bit of stretch, you know, which obviously makes it bounce back. So I've gone half a wrap further, and yeah, it feels spot on now. Schoolboy error maybe yesterday, but you know, I had a chod out there on one, so I'm sort of still angling. Getting rain's proper hard now. Yeah, so, and then left hand rod, I've had another little lead about, found a much cleaner area. Yeah, sort of quite a bit of weed really. It's a big old weed bed behind it, but close to this way it's sort of like gravel and then less weedy, you know, sort of pulls pretty easy. So yeah, I stuck a bag on it. Yeah, a couple of spoms of chopped and one boiled over the top, nothing too much. But it's actually a lot milder than it was, although it's pissing down. Nobody wants to bite now, do they? You know what I mean? Let's give you a little tour, squeeze fingers and thumbs. So yeah, pretty hanging. The old darts on the iPad, the old Minehead. Yeah, happy days. I think it's just coming up 1 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, and I can't catch them sat at home, can I? So that's why I'm mental enough to be here, I suppose. But there is a few on. I think it's 4 anglers on here. I'm not sure about gaunts, but I did see a couple of guys go up there earlier. So yeah, there's a few people mad enough. Yeah, sit back and see what happens, I suppose. Still yet to see any fish. I mean, say last weekend there was loads of shows out in front of it, sort of just from here to Noddy's to the car park, that sort of triangle, you know. But yeah, not a thing, unless they're right on the end of that wind. I doubt it, but don't know. If the rain clears off later on, might have a little wander down, just stand in the aquarium, just see if I can see anything off the back of it, you know. But I'd be surprised if they were. But you never know. Carp at the end of the day, they'll be where they want to be. Anyway, not going to ramble on. That's already 3 minutes worth. Well, yeah, there's still time. Catch you in a bit. Evening. Well, again, very little to report. Still seen no fish. I haven't heard no fish. Yeah, I reckon this rain and cold weather we've had, at least the last week or so, proper put them to ground, I think. Yeah, pretty sure no one else has caught either. Not 100% sure, but it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, like I said earlier, stark contrast to last weekend. They were fucking nutting out everywhere. But yeah, not a dicky bird this week. So yeah, I think it's just about coming up 5 o'clock, I think, something like that. Pitch black already. Gotta love a bit of winter carping, eh? So yeah, rods have been refreshed, just rechucked. Apart from the bag rod, no real reason to move out because that hadn't been out there as long as the rest. But yeah, a bit more boilie crumb over the top and a few bigger chunks. Yeah, that's all I can do really. Like I said, switch baits around a bit. Yeah, I was on a pink pop up on a chod, but now I'm on white, out on the 19.5 wrap spot, and yeah, I think it's still the hard hookers out there on a bottom bait rig, so there's still time. I'm not gonna be down yet. Thing is, you want to catch them in daylight, don't you, this time of year? It just makes life that much easier. Although saying that, it's been pissing down again today. Little breaks, but yeah, mostly raining. It's alright, notification on my phone. So yeah, it's about time to warm my bottle of wine through. Little trick I showed you before, stand it in the kettle. Yeah, and the darts is back on at 7, so once is that done, it'll be dinner time in bed, I think. Away relatively early tomorrow, just so I can make the most of my Sunday really, because there ain't much happening there. But there we go, there's still time. Fingers crossed, eh? Come on. Morning. Looking pretty bleak. Okay, now it said we had a 50% chance. And I guess I got it. Yeah. Kind of not ideal to pack up in, but hopefully it won't hang around. We'll see. Squeeze fingers and thumbs, but yeah. I think I heard one fish last night, not too far away, and literally that is it. Which is mad, isn't it, really? But again, I think this influx of cold water, cold nights, probably put them down a bit. Got to find excuses now, haven't I? Fucking blanking again. But yeah, I suppose it is late November, and this is, you know, setting out of nowhere really. As I say, the last week or so. Yeah, it's gone from pretty mild to pretty shit and cold. And to top it off, I kept the room like bangers on top of the bivvy, should we say, literally banged. Got out this morning for a pee. Really fucking pigeon shit all over my fucking bivvy. Like big splodges, you know what I mean? Fuck's sake. So yeah, I mean a shitload of it as well, pardon the pun. So I just had to clean all that off. So at least this rain will give it a rinse off. Yeah, fucking things. Bring up a canary rifle and sort them out, you know what I mean? But anyway, the kettle was boiling. I'm gonna have my first brew of the day. Wait for this rain to ease off and then start stowing away, I think. But yeah, I'll be back next week for more. Catch you later. again, finally. Seems like a while, but it's only actually been a fortnight. Well, I missed a week, so yeah. Back on it. So I'm back on Unity again. I just think, yeah, much rather do this for winter than gaunts. Not only that, the swims are a bit more friendly to get to, and hardly any distance with a barrow, which is nice. So a bit of lazy angling during the cold period. Yeah, and I think, don't know, I just feel like I've got a better chance of fish out of here in the winter than I have gaunts for some reason. But anyway, why not? I fish either this, yeomans or gaunts. So yeah, just feeling this at the minute, to be honest. So I ain't long been here. Well, I've been here a while. Time to get in the gate at 9:45, 10 o'clock. Once I ummed and ahed where I was going to go, I'm in the car park swim. Let's give you a little flick round. So when I got here, there's only 2 vans on the old complex. One was on gaunts, one was the bottom end of Unity, so probably on yeomans because he wasn't on here. So yeah, and one person's just gone in the Oaks. But yeah, so basically, I've gone with what the wind's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to get southwesterly tomorrow, and a load of rain coming in this afternoon from sort of south-southeast. So yeah, the wind is due to switch, which means I'm on the back of it both ways, basically. Is it the one? Should I be on it? I don't know. But I've heard a couple of fish. Didn't actually see them, but definitely heard them. Whilst I was sorting stuff out, it's always the way, isn't it, when you're not looking at the water. So yeah, everything's sorted. Rods are out. Bait's over the top. Yeah, I've got 2 spots. 2 rods on a spot at 19.5 wraps that I found. A nice area actually. Didn't find it last time, but I did this time. Yeah, somebody tipped me in the of an area, and I was like, I couldn't find it last time, but not noticeably. But this time I'm like, ah. So yeah, maybe because water level's up, stood farther at the bank. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely a nice, smooth, sort of fine gravel, I reckon, sort of area. So yeah, fishing that, and then went round to me right, basically the area I was fishing last time, which is what I had to fish off. So yeah, I've gone back with that again, basically. Yeah, I've put out what I've done, about 2 kilo of chopped boilie, bit of hemp and buckwheat, and some low oil pellet. And I've had 15 spoms on the 2 together, and yeah, 10 spoms over the one fishing on its own, but that's on a bag. So yeah, let's see if that creates anything to start with. Like I said, I've not actually eyeballed any fish yet, but I've definitely heard 2, and they were sort of, if I spin around again, so behind that tree, so left of me, goes around a fairway. Not loads, but I should imagine what's that, 60-70 yards from that bank out to level with me, and it was somewhere in this vicinity. So oops, pressed the button by mistake whilst turning the phone round. Still haven't got a tripod, it's still on the list. Just unsure which one to get, really. I want something half decent, but not like £600 gimbal decent. Fuck that. Anyway, so yeah, it's good to be back. Let's see if we can put a couple on the bank. I might be here till Monday yet. I'm a little bit unsure how I'm doing, but I've had a busy week with work. Gone down the self-employed route pretty much. I don't really speak about work and shit on my channel. I may fill you in as the session goes on. Yeah, nobody wants to talk about work when they're fishing, do they? But for me, it's quite a nice, exciting new thing, to be honest, and it's paying off. So at the moment, same with any self-employed thing, isn't it, really? But anyway, I ain't gonna ramble too much. I've just done myself a first brew. I'm gonna have a pot noodle. Yeah, and I'll catch up with you later. Pucker. Alright, bit romantic, innit? The old candle. Not 4 candle, just candle. Sorry about the noisy bloke in the background. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, we used to use candles a lot back in the day. And I suddenly thought of it the other day. I was like, well, no, I just get a nice little pillar candle for the booth. Takes a bit of chill out of the air. Nice little bit of light, you know. In case you want to see something. Darts on the iPad. Happy fucking days. A few ciders. It's fucking blowing a hooligan. Rain on and off. No fish yet, obviously, but yeah, man. Happy days. Winter fishing. You don't have to rough it. What the fuck was that? It's all about being prepared, isn't it? So yeah, wait and see what happens, eh? I think if anything, it's going to be antisocial clock bite this time of year. Anyway, darts are starting. I'm off. Catch you in a bit. Right, as you know, this is carp and raw, right? And it's all about in the moment. As you can hear, it's pissing down. You probably can't tell it's blowing like a hoolie, but I've got a fucking chunk in the net. Come on! Fucking come on. Oh man, what a fight. Yeah, I didn't think there was that much weed out there, but he found it. Fucking hell did he ever. Yeah, tricked him. Full compression, and then just back wound really quick so it slackened off. Wound down to it again and he moved. I thought, fucking thank God for that. It's a good fish. I ain't gonna say a weight, but oh my God. Come on. On the old monkey shit, tipped off with a little bit of corn, yellow corn. Yeah, bonkers, man. Bonkers. And it's just started pissing down again, so I'm gonna hold fire a minute, sorting him out, because this needs to be right. He's a proper nice fish. Yeah, I'll be surprised if he ain't mid-30. There you go, said it. But yeah, he's certainly up there. Oh, fucking hell. Happy days. Well, boys and girls, I hope this is coming out right. That is. Come on, mate. A 37.5 unity mirror. Pissing down rain. Blowing a fucking hoolie. Oh. That is what we came for. Oh. Let's have you on. Just sit still. 37.5. Oh. Right, as I keep preaching, this is carp and raw. Excuse the head torch off the side of my head like a fucking tusk. Right, so footage unfortunately of that fish was a nightmare because he would not behave. But I've got a couple of decent pictures. 37.8. Come on. Biggest fish up here to date on the complex for me, that is. Yeah, mad, isn't it, eh? Sometimes yeah, a break is a rest, a change is as good as a rest. There you go, that's what I was looking for. Mad. Am I fucking glad I come in here? Yeah, but he did beat the living shit out of me on the mat, so yeah, there's no real decent video content. I don't think. I might be able to chop it about a bit, but yeah, he weren't happy. So cut the pictures off the video I did get, and then slipped them back. Soaking fucking wet. But am I bothered? I'm there because like December 30. Well, mid 30, more than mid 30. Gotta be happy with that anyway. Anyway, back to the cider and the darts. Fucker. Well, I think I found the culprit for losing that fish last night. Look at that lot. Oh, there's definitely a mussel bed out there. Bonkers. Look at that, all attached to, well, literally nothing. I can't remember if I've already vlogged it, but yeah, lost a fish 2:30 this morning. Yeah, cut off, unfortunately. And it was the rod that was fished alongside this one, so. Mad, eh? Let's put these back in the water. No sun, don't go away, come back. Well, we're just moving into the afternoon, day 2. And they've been pretty quiet, to be fair. But I have a jiggle around. I was fishing a bag round to the spot on my right, but you can imagine in this crosswind, you know, it wasn't easy to get it on target, and after like 3 or 4 attempts I gave up. So yeah, I've stuck out a low level Ronnie with a little yellow like dumbbell wafter basically. Yeah, a bit more bait over the top of all rods. If the wind does drop off, I may well redo left and middle just to be absolutely sure. I mean, it's quite a big area, so I'm not convinced that they're not angling, shall we say. But as you were saying earlier, with that big nest of mussels that I come across, zebra mussels, yeah, you kind of need to get it right, really. But yeah, I haven't vlogged much today because basically I didn't want to ramble too much, because I do a lot of that and a lot of that and a lot of that, you know what I mean? So yeah, but it's been very quiet, which is fine. The rain's been on and off. It's pretty cold in that wind, even though it's a southwesterly. It's yeah, it's nippy, it's proper in here. Whereas yesterday it was more sort of over my left shoulder, sort of a southeasterly. But yeah, so I'm quite hopeful. Like I said, gutted I lost that one this morning, early hours of this morning, but these things happen. So yeah, let's hope we can put that right. I'll catch up with you again later. Morning. Well, you haven't seen me before, so that would mean no further action, which is a shame, really. Quite surprised, although you've got to remember it is December. And although there is a good head of fish in there, if they're plugged up somewhere where somebody isn't, then yeah, we all know they can sit there for however many days at a time, I think, sometimes. And there is how many people's on? 1, 2, 3, I think there's 4, 1, 2, no, 5 including me. So I mean, we're all spread out. And then fish will be where they want to be, won't they, at the end of the day? Yeah, I kind of expected to maybe hear a couple or see a couple, but yeah, nothing. So can't be lucky stars I had that one Friday night, I think. And I'm definitely not complaining. I mean, 37.8, happy days. My only thing is, wish it was daylight, because yeah, let's be honest, nobody likes doing it in the night, do they? Makes you wonder why you fish at night, doesn't it, really? But yeah, there we go. Yeah, and it's a shame we didn't land that second one, but it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, you never know what obstacles you're gonna come across out in the water. I'm pretty sure it was the mussel bed that done me. As you've seen previously in the blog, that little cluster of mussels. I mean, yeah, you know, there might be only a few out there, but yeah, you probably bet your bottom dollar there's like a bank of them out there, you know. Yeah, quite strange, really, because both the battles are very similar. You could just feed it straight away, eat, like that. You get that funny sensation on mono, and yeah, let's say the first one was exactly the same. But fortunately, I managed to get away with it. I don't know if it's weed or whether there's some sort of obstacle out there. You know, could be the old wires that they used. Yeah, they used to drag the lakes with. I don't know if it was hand dragged or whatever, machine dragged. I don't know the history of the place completely. It'd be nice to find out, but I know when I used to fish at a water park, a lot of the gravel pits had cables still in the lake, you know. So it's possible there's something out there. But yeah, no one said to me that there's any obstacles in this swim, so it might have just been something, like I said, a weed bed, mussel bed, or both, you know. It's just started fucking raining again. Typical. It was looking like I might get away with it for packing up, but I've literally just started stowing as well. Yeah, the old phone said it won't be coming in until about 11ish. So I was like, that gives me a nice couple of hours to get sorted. But they got that fucking wrong as usual. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on too much. I had a bit of a nightmare last night. What was I doing? Oh, I had multitasking in there. I had the iPad on, bottle of wine. I think I was trying to cook tea as well, or something or other. No, I tell a lie. I was on my phone sorting something out for a job. And yeah, phone's a nightmare, aren't they? Anyway, I had my head stuck in that, and I moved my foot and I kicked my cup over, which had me whining. Fuck's sake. Luckily it was on my doormat and not all over the ground sheet, but yeah. If anybody come round this morning, there's a cross between baked beans for dinner yesterday, back end, and a pisshead's layer, basically. Bit of wine, you know what I mean? But never mind. But yeah, I would add I didn't knock it over because I was drunk, so I definitely wasn't. I said I just forgot it was on the floor and kicked it over like a twat. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on. I am going to get myself out of here very shortly. Although I ain't going to rush. There's never no rush. And that'll be it for this week. What we're on now, 6th of December, is it? 6th, 7th. I'm actually debating. I said I don't ramble and I start again, don't I? I am debating doing Christmas up here. Got the option. I have threatened it to do it for quite a few years now. Steve's able to do it, so it might be up here. Believe it or not, day before Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, pack up Boxing Day. That's the plan. I've got a darts tournament the day after Boxing Day, so I'd have to pack up Boxing Day regardless. But I'm unsure at the moment. It's a new one for me. My mum's not keen on me doing it, and I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? But you know, no matter how old your parents are or how old you are, they always want to see you at Christmas, don't they? And I'm not that really fussed, to be honest. Christmas is just like whatever. Especially when you're single and that, you ain't got young kids to worry about. But yeah, anyway, rambling. I'm going to leave it there. Unless something happens in the next hour or so, you'll see me again. If not, I'll either catch you next week or catch you at Christmas.